Thanks tonight day.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest. Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 14th of November 2023. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day and Mogey, a stallion. We've just had a bit of a medical procedure happen, haven't we, mate? Which we'll be talking about a little bit later on the show. But how are you with your tidy whitey on? Looking great, mate.
Going pretty grousey, you sick son of a bee, you mad dog. Yeah, a little bit rainy in Auckland today.
It is.
But that's okay, mate. We've had a few days of sun, so it's not so bad, is it?
It's so good, mate.
It's so good, mate.
You know, my plants need it. Now, Pugs, I don't know if you know this, Mogey. Today is the day that Pugs joined our team exactly 1 year ago as producer of The Big Show, and I think that deserves a round of applause.
Hey, appreciate
You've been
it.
absolutely outstanding, you massive backbone.
Guys.
You've done such a great job.
No, really, mate. Really great.
Yeah,
Just
so
great.
good, Pugs. You have done an amazing job.
Can I just say that if any of the listeners out there have got any kind words for Pugs on this auspicious day, then by all means flick us a message on the talkback function on your iHeartRadio app. It's right next to the play button there on the your little listener for Hodaki, and send in a few kind words here for our old mate Pugs.
I'm sure they'll be very kind.
I'm sure they will.
There's one thing I want to say to you, Pugs.
Uh-oh.
Eyes to the front, mate.
Heck.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The Big Poll.
Interesting one, this one. Orange light. Brake, or accelerate.
Mm-hmm.
Controversial.
Or, like, do, or brake, or accelerate.
Okay, right.
Orange light.
Yeah.
Mogey. I'm picking you're an accelerator.
Oh, that's disappointing. That's the first time you've been right in the big poll. Look, the way I look at it when I see an orange is I think plenty of green left in that bastard.
Plenty of green left in that bastard.
Plenty of green left in that bastard there.
Sure.
Plenty of go left in that. It's not red. So that's generally how I approach it, especially if I've got my kid in the car, you know.
Yeah. Well, you just gun it.
Yeah.
Because
normally it's an emergency. We're normally late somewhere, so just gun it through there and off we go. But, yeah, it's certainly become the way, isn't it? Because, of course, the law is if you can safely stop, you should safely stop.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But people fuming. Why wouldn't you put your foot down, man? But I think, by and large, I'm an accelerator.
Yeah. If you're being honest about it.
Yeah, if I am.
One thing that really gets deep inside my goat is when because I obey the road laws.
Oh,
that's good.
You know, so if
except for having a license. You don't have that.
Mogey. I have a license.
Yeah.
The issue that I have at the moment is that my wallet was nicked, and so I don't currently have a license on me.
Sure.
But next time, I've only just had it reissued too. So when I see an orange, I, of course, being a responsible citizen, decelerate, right? And what really gets on my goat when there's an outside lane is someone goes, like a Mogey, goes, do it! Hooning past me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you, who's behind me, might I add.
Sure.
And I go, you S-O-B.
Can I say that I've probably done that to you?
Yes, I can imagine you would.
100%. Especially because you're sort of a Mr. Magoo style driver, hunched over the wheel there, mouth agape as you try and see any dangers coming your way, which means you're a slow driver. So I'll be behind you fuming, and I'll be damned if you're going to cost me a green light. I'll be damned.
Yeah. Pugs?
No, I tend to decelerate like you, Jase. I think, safety
liars.
issue. Well,
What
I have made the mistake before of accelerating, and been immediately pulled up for it. And so I think since that time, I've since become a little more responsible. Perhaps gun shy.
And I tell you the other thing that really gets on deep inside my goat is when you're at traffic lights, right, and people sort of go through the orange, but then the lights change and they can't get across to the other side
and they're stuck.
Block the lanes.
Yeah.
The selfish SOBs.
Yeah.
But we want to know your view on this. Text us 3483 or give us a talk back. Make sure you go to the Instagram account and have your say on that. Predictions, Mogey?
80% accelerate.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go 70% accelerate.
Good on you, mate.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Orange light, accelerate or decelerate or brake.
Yeah.
Hey lads, used to be an accelerator when I lived in Auckland because I hated being in traffic. I've since moved to Christchurch and now I have all the time in the world to wait for an orange.
Righto.
Another one here, I'm colourblind, so traffic lights are just a game for me.
Yeah.
Actually, my granddad was colourblind as well.
Oh, yes.
I'm
And he
colourblind.
I'm colourblind.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you both colourblind?
I am. I can't speak for Pugs.
I can't speak for Mogey.
And I think for my granddad, he had his license for about 60 or 70 years. Never could tell what really the lights were.
Longer than you, then.
Just the vibe of the lights, I think he went with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
well,
just went
even if
with
you're
the vibe.
colourblind, the top one's red, the middle one's orange, and the bottom one's green. That helps.
Yes,
That's right.
Yeah. Did you know if you're colourblind, you can't join the army?
Yeah, I do know that,
yeah, I
which
do
is
know
great.
Did you know if you're flat-footed, you can't join the army?
I'm both flat-footed. I'm flat-footed, colourblind, blind in one eye, and a coward, so
And a
I can't
huge
go.
honker.
Yeah.
And a huge honker. That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, good
Stuff.
stuff. Hey, now listen, we're going to be probably releasing a video tomorrow. We did a medical procedure today. Mogey asked me to do a favour for him. You'll recall that we had a discussion yesterday about skin tags.
Even saying the word skin tag is
It makes me feel...
it's pretty hearty. But yeah, man. So I was going to get somebody else to help me out. You volunteered, said no biggie, brother. I'll help you out. So we recorded that today, and you were stoic, man, in the face of what for some people is not an enjoyable procedure, either for the person enduring it or for the person carrying the procedure out.
It was a real blow to the fantasies I carry in my head of you.
Oh,
Seeing that grotesque little flap of skin, that little nodule of evil. And I would be honest with you, mate, as I was performing the procedure, I threw up in my mouth more than once. Because I'm not one of those people, actually, that likes to do that sort of thing. Like, for example, my wife, for example, if you've got a pimple or something like that, she's like, oh, let me get it. No, yeah. I'm not generally into medical procedures or fiddling with people's grotesqueness.
no, I'm the same.
But I felt like I had to help you out there, and God, I regret it.
yeah.
I feel
It's an intimate.
well, it's very intimate.
I have not had. I don't think I've ever had anybody so deep in my armpit
Yes.
as you were today.
Yeah.
And I mean that quite honestly. I've never invited anybody into my pit,
No.
but there you were. So I'm looking forward to that video coming out.
I also want to know from the listeners, actually, who out there would happily remove Mogey's skin tag.
And actually, it's going to fall off at some point. I don't know when, because it doesn't come off instantly. So I don't know. It could be when I'm making dinner, or God knows when it'll come off. But I hope I spot it when it does drop.
Yeah, well, let me know, mate.
Because I know Tinker's got her eye on it.
Yeah,
both her bulges are hanging out, having a gaze at it. My dog Tinker there.
I bet she has, mate. If you do find, if it does fall off, bag it for me and bring it in.
Oh, well.
But text us 3483 or talk back us. Let us know if you'll be prepared to help Mogey remove all his skin tags.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy.
I was at a cafe
Ooh.
because I had a voice job to do, and I was pretty early, and I thought, actually, I'm a bit hungry.
Oh.
So I'll stop at a little cafe and get a little bit of brekkie there.
God, you're smart.
Yeah, thanks, man. So I got there and I ordered a couple of poachy eggs.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, on the old toast there.
Sure. What kind of toast were you running with?
Sourdough, I believe it was.
Nice.
Yeah, sourdough toast. I like my sourdough. And anyway, the cafe worker came out and said, "There you go, mate. There's your eggs." And I said, "Thanks, mate." They look very nice. Very nicely presented. They'd obviously done the swirly technique with them.
Oh, sure.
You know, so they had a bit of a
teardrop.
I call it a nipple on the egg. Yeah.
Bit of a skin tag hanging off the bastard there.
I mean, if I had thought it was a skin tag, I probably wouldn't have eaten the bastards. But anyway, as he was walking away, I said to him, oh, by the way, mate, have you got any sauce? And he was like, sorry? And I said, have you got any sauce? And he went, what for? And I said, the eggs. And he was like, you put sauce on your eggs?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man. And he was like, and he said it in a nice way and a joking way. He went, that's an absolute travesty.
Sure.
And I was like, is it? And he was like, yeah, man. Do you honestly put sauce on your eggs? And I said, yeah. Doesn't everyone? Do you guys?
I think this is this is a two wipe situation. You think you're normal, and once again...
I'm not normal?
I don't put sauce on my eggs. No,
no sauce at all?
No.
Okay.
Not on a poached egg, not on a fried egg, not on a scrambled egg.
Oh, my God.
No, zero egg. No sauce. And I'm assuming you're talking tomato sauce.
Yeah, tomato sauce.
I'll do a bit of Tabasco.
Occasionally,
yes.
Look, if they've got an HP sauce, I'll use that. I'll use that as well. In fact, I've been known to do Tabasco, HP, and tomato all on the one egg. Pugs?
Huh?
Do you mind, mate?
Sorry. I don't know what that was. I was thinking about Mogey's skin tag.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Pugs? Like, you must have a bit of sauce on the old eggs there.
I run hot sauce on the eggs, or some Tabasco, or some sriracha, or some other varieties of hot sauce, but never tomato.
No.
Nope.
So... I'm a freak again because I put tomato sauce on my eggs and I don't look when I wipe my ass.
Yeah, I mean, the latter's certainly the worst of the two.
Yes.
But this isn't helping your case.
Can I just say on that, by the way, I was thinking about it while I was doing crap today on the toilet.
Oh, yeah, I think about you every day now.
And my theory was, if you haven't sorted it out after 3 wipes, then you're the manus. Quite frankly, but I'm not getting into
whatever helps.
I'm not getting into that chat again. I just wanted to make that point. If you haven't done it in 3 wipes, then you're doing something horrifically wrong.
Sure.
Okay.
I think we should address this in tomorrow's quiz, or certainly this week poll, or certainly this week.
Yes.
Because I think the people are going to want to be able to contribute to this.
Right.
I think we're going to be dealing with some pretty high numbers. But I think there'll be definitely people out there that do use tomato sauce.
Yes.
Yeah, for 100%.
Well, I just want to get a feel if we're going to do it for a poll on 3483 before we start the poll, because I don't want to feel like, on my own little island.
Sure.
Again.
Or hit us up on the talkback function on your iHeartRadio app there, and you can send us a voice memo, and we'll play that over the air. But no.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
I mean, that's a sort of thing that I wouldn't expect from somebody
as sophisticated as me.
Sophisticate like you.
True.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Brooke in Studio B doesn't have sauce on her eggs either, by the way.
No.
So I am really a bit of a lone voice at this point. I'd enjoy a bit of support. Hey, now listen, the Black Clash, January 20 next year at the beautiful Bay Oval. It's going to be a hell of a match. We've already got Brian Lara playing.
Yes.
And I believe Jonathan Thurston as well, Mogey.
Yeah, Jonathan Thurston as well, the absolute backbone and legend of Buckba League.
Yes.
The immortal, the North Queenslander, the legend of Maroons, Buckba League as well. He'll be coming over. I don't think he'll be any good.
No.
But it'll be funny.
Yes.
It'll be funny.
And you were saying he likes a beersy.
Oh, he doesn't mind a beer. I was watching some footage of him a couple of days ago of him in a corporate box with a window open. Sculling the beer and then chucking the bottle out at the crowd and then cracking up laughing like a psycho.
Yeah.
So he looks like a good time.
Yeah, he does.
He'll fit in well.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. So that's cricket versus rugby. Also, Radio Hodaki will be there, of course. Mogey's going to be in the spa pool, probably with Keezy.
Me and Keezy, yeah.
So if you maybe want to have an opportunity of A, looking at him, and B, jumping in said spa pool and suckling on his skin tags, fill your boots.
Just on there, I feel like we should be getting something else going here. year. We did this last year, or this year, when we were in the spas, which are right on this, they're inside, just outside the rope, so on the field.
Yes.
And it just feels to me like we should be running some kind of a line where either Keezy or I has got to do a streak.
Yes.
I mean, we're in the tub, we're tops off, it's got to be nude. And I know that Keezy is a never nude, like he doesn't like revealing any of his skin because he's got, we've talked about this before, Jase, he's got those massive burnt sort of meat patty nipples.
Yeah.
They're really charcoal-looking bastards.
Yeah. Yes.
And they are odd. But I think if he had his downstairs out, people would be sort of distracted by the mangled unities running down there.
The little button mushroom. That's true.
So it feels like we should be trying to find a way, like, how is it going to be? Like, somebody's got to do it. Who's it going to be? How do we work out who it's going to be?
Yes.
And there should be some kind of an involvement from the listeners out there. But given the festival nature of the game, I think it would be forgiven.
I agree with you, mate. I'll be safely nestled in the commentary box there, so you'll have to count me out of that. Maybe Pugs can get involved too. Maybe Pugs does the old nudie.
I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there because I'll be right there getting a full angle with the socials. As you know, that's my job. So whoever does get it out,
I tell you
I'll be right there.
You'll need the wide-angle lens, that's for sure.
The 0.5.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy.
G'day fellas, it's Johnny from the Hawke's Bay here. What sort of mongrel puts tea sauce on poached eggs? Like, they come with a beautiful hollandaise sauce. I just don't understand what sort of man would want to put tea sauce on that. I mean, granted, if you've got some hashies on there, yeah, fill your boots, chuck tea sauce on them. Not on the poached eggs. Hoity J, strange character there, man.
I'd agree with all of that.
Yeah,
Johnny from the Hawke's Bay knows his stuff.
Yeah,
I agree with a hash brown, 100%.
Yes.
Even if you got some sausages on the plate, there's a little bit of. I can understand it.
You got to have sauce with your sausages. Come on.
Sure, and I've said that.
Yes.
But if it's eggs on their own, madness.
Okay.
It's the act of a madman.
Now, listen, plenty coming up after 5 o'clock. I've got a bit of a teeter update, fellas. It just goes from bad to worse. And also, I've got a request of you, fellas, that I hope that you're open to.
Okay.
So keep an open mind, all right?
Okay.
Thanks, fellas.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
I actually... when I did Battle of the Bands, Mogey, I was compared to. They reckon I was very similar sounding to him.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And what's the guy from Kings of Leon? Google that, would you, Pugs?
Oh, right now?
Yeah, thanks, mate. Okay. Apparently, I'm a sort of combination between him and Chris Cornell.
And Ozzy Osbourne. You sort of walk like Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, no, I look like Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah.
Caleb Followill.
Oh, yeah. And some people think I sounded a bit like Lady Hawk too, actually, sometimes.
I could see
when
that.
I'm doing the falsetto stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, but anyway, we've suffered a bit of a blow of late, you and I, haven't we, Mogey?
We're trying to think outside the square, man, and sort of men of a certain age, you want to get into some business.
Sure.
Because I'm always talking to other people, like Jeremy Wells. He's a businessman. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I do.
He's owns part of a bar. Matt Heath there, he's a businessman as well.
Does he own part of a bar as well?
He's got an animation studio and a production company and stuff. And I was like, I'd like to be involved in some business. And you seem like you'd be good with business as well.
Oh, mate, I'm good with numbers.
Yeah. And when people say, what are you doing? You say, I'm in business. I'm a businessman.
Yes.
And so we sort of started looking down those roads. And I guess when it comes to being a businessman, you go with what you know.
Exactly right.
And so we attempted to import $140 million worth of cocaine into the country. And it was good because you could put it on tick. I remembered from when I was growing up that if you didn't have any money because you were broke, you could talk to your weed dealer and you could get a bullet on tick, $20.
Well, just on that, by the way, Pugs, you won't know this. Mogey talking about you do what you know. But we used to be drug dealers back in the day. We used to, import and, we were mules, I guess you would call us. We were mules.
I am aware of some speculation from Keezy around you guys maybe having some experience in the Congo.
That's right.
Something around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just shove it up there and we'd walk over the border sort of thing. So.
Yeah, laissez-faire sort of an attitude. And but we worked out this good way of bringing it in, and that was you sort of you gas axe, you do underwater sort of your TIG welding onto the hulls of boats, and you stick all your cocaine into a massive steel container and then just weld it to the bottom of the boat. And then it comes in, tickety-boo, and then you get down there and you gas axe the bar off. And we're a bit late, weren't we?
Yeah.
Hoity J and the old filth got there in front of us, unfortunately. So that's $140 million worth of cocaine.
Yes, which...
down the drain.
Yeah, and
that's
also...
New Zealand street value,
yes.
Which cost us $3,000 in Mexico.
Yeah.
But goes up by the time it gets to New Zealand.
But also, you got to, as Mogey said, it's on tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now we've got the problem. What's going to happen next, Mogey, don't you?
They're going to go our kneecaps.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Guys.
They're going to want our kneecaps, Pugs.
Yeah.
But we said to them that you're the brains of the operation.
Yeah. Don't go for the middlemen, we said. We're just a small fry.
You want the big fish.
Go for the head honcho. Cut the head off the snake, as they put it. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to teach us a lesson, kill someone we love. Kill Pugs.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I really appreciate that you've said that to them. It does mean a lot to me to hear you say that you love me.
Yes.
My main concern is my lack of experience being the head of a drug ring operation.
You don't need to be one.
You don't need to be experienced to be killed.
Yeah. We're just telling them that you were the head.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we don't want to get beaten up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it, Pugs. They'll come for you when you least expect it. That's what credit where credit's due.
Exactly.
You won't see it coming.
I feel like I'm going to be
expecting Unless they want you to suffer.
Yeah.
In which case you will see it coming.
Actually, and knowing these guys as we do, they'll want you to suffer.
Yeah.
So there'll be a bit of deducing before they actually do kill you.
There'll be a lot of deducing.
It's not great to hear.
So you might want to sort your cat out.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Big Pole.
Today, the question was orange light, accelerate or brake?
See?
Yeah.
My feeling was accelerate.
Yes.
I am not proud of myself. But I am an accelerator, I think.
Yes.
Whereas
I am a responsible driver, and if I see that it's orange, I immediately begin to slow down the vehicle that I'm driving in because I like to obey the rules.
Sure.
I'm on your side, Hoodie J. I also slow down just to drive responsibly.
Which kind of makes me feel like I want to be like Mogey and like put the foot down when I see because.
Put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I predicted, what did I predict? 70-30 accelerate, and you did 80-20.
Yeah, mate.
What are we looking at there, Pugs?
All right, so orange light, accelerate, 87%.
Wow.
Mogey, 7% off there, 13% brake.
Yeah.
Gee whiz. I won again. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
There you go. So they should just change it to green.
It should just be green.
If we all agree that it's all 87% of people are saying it's all goods, then we just need to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either red or green. Don't you think?
Yeah, well, I think so. Why not?
Well, I'm still going to go with the safety option there. I think it's just a good signal to say, hey, look, it's going to be red soon, rather than just going green straight to red.
Well, it's saying two things, and it's interesting that that's the attitude you take. Sure, it's saying it's going to be red soon, but it's also saying, God, it was green so recently.
Exactly. And it's
God, you just missed the green. It was right just then.
Just by a smidge.
Because that actually makes me change my mind on it, because it says it's going to be red soon, so hurry up!
Yeah, quick.
What goes in my head.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
It's somebody having a door open. Going, okay, come on, go, come on, let's go. Got to close the door.
It's an orange light. We need to go through.
Yeah.
So I've gone 360 on this.
180. You should go 180 on it.
Next time 180 because otherwise 360 I'd end back up the same place, wouldn't I? I've gone 180 on it, and next time I'm in an orange scenario, I'm gunning it. All right?
out.
I'm going to gun it. Try to save me.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Let's have a bit of TV chat, why don't we? What's on the telly with Mike Minogue? Yeah.
Last night I watched episode 3 of the Robbie Williams documentary on Netflix. I'd already seen 2 episodes, fellas. I'm a big fan of Robbie Williams. I like him as a person.
Yes.
And I like his music, not enough to ever buy it or play it. But
Or cry over it like Pugs
like
did.
Pugs, yeah.
Yeah.
But God, it's a depressing... bloody depressing doco. Jesus.
Is it all about like his mental health and all that sort of jazz, his addictions and all that sort of stuff?
And I enjoy a bit of addiction chat.
Sure,
I love that stuff.
same.
As long as you put a funny yarn on, give us a funny spin. I remember
and
this
then
time.
I shat myself.
That's right. I did a 6-day bender and ended up shagging all the Spice Girls. Great, good yarn.
Yeah.
But he said looks at his horrendous alcoholism and drug addiction as a negative.
Right. That's weird, isn't it?
It is. But very much a depressing sort of a thing. And he has a pretty severe mental breakdown, but it's unrelentingly negative, particularly by the time you get to the 3rd episode. There's no sort of like, man, I did it, and this was going on, and it was great. But even the stuff that's good, he sort of seems to be moaning about that as well.
Right,
I think it could be a bit more balanced. I'm enjoying it. I'm not. The last night was a real endurance test.
Sure.
But I've got one episode to go, and I'll watch it. And it, once again, not unlike the David Beckham thing, just shows what just horrendous, the tabloids in the UK, just how horrendous they were.
Yes.
And probably continue to be. Shocking.
Funnily enough, I watched ages ago a documentary on Robbie Williams and sort of following on him on tour or something like that. And he was relentlessly negative about everything and having to go on and perform and stuff. But every now and then he'd give himself a little uppercut and go, actually, how lucky am I to be able to doing it? And so it was this constant battle between that sort of stuff.
And it was weird because he'd go out on these humongous tours, be put on these huge tours with terrible mental health. So it's horrendous management.
Yeah.
Like, this guy should not be doing 200 dates a year.
Sure.
But, I don't know. Anyway, I think it is worth a watch.
At the live show.
If only so that you think a bit more about how you might treat people online, I think.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
See, because back then all that stuff was going on. You're like, yeah, Robbie, just try and be a bit nicer. There's a person under there.
He delved he delved a little bit into the mental health stuff at the concert. Just briefly sort of touched base on how he went through a really hard time, and then it was more his wife and his children that really helped him out of that.
Right. Yeah, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Hey, speaking of grim, I carried on watching After the Party, the New Zealand show with Robin Malcolm.
Sure.
Oh, jeez. As I said when it started, tackling some really difficult issues head on, and it's very well done. The acting's superb. It really showcases Wellington, and it does it very well. Where you're going, is she on to something or is she totally mad?
Yeah.
Is she right in telling the truth, or actually has she lost her mind and what she thinks happened didn't happen at all?
Yeah.
So it really makes you question what's going to happen. Really enjoying it, man. It's a quality show.
Great.
Really quality show.
TVNZ Plus for that one, eh?
TVNZ Plus.
And weekly on TVNZ, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Very good. Pugs? Sorry, mate.
Love Island,
Love Island?
Love Island Games, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I said that then.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Now, our great mate, Angelina Gray, who does days on Radio Hodaki, has recently started doing a podcast called Mental as Anything. And you were saying, actually, Mogey, that you were listening to it in the gym this morning.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure I've listened to all of them. And the episode I was listening to today was with Dave Latili, who is behind BBM, Butterbean Motivation, does heaps of weight loss stuff. He runs food banks, which he's got a different name for, does a lot of stuff for the homeless. He is an incredible guy.
Yes.
Who has been in the absolute depths of depression obesity. He weighed 210 kilos at one point. Could
Wow.
not fit on planes, into crime and all sorts of stuff. Comes from a very, very heavy background, and the work that he is doing now is amongst the very best in the country. I think the government could learn a thing or two off him. So it is a fantastic episode, and he is a back. But he's like 42. He's about your age, Jase, about 42.
Wow.
Holy.
And he's one of those guys that seems like he's, older than you. He's like the All Blacks. You know how you think the All Blacks are all older than you?
Yes.
It's incredibly, they're only about 25, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So this guy, he's amazing, and it's yet another great episode of a fantastic podcast.
I believe we have a little bit of a clip of that, actually, don't we, Pugs?
Joe Parker's fighting in Germany. You want to come? I said, of course. Free trip to Germany. Over there, they were so fascinated by me because I'd never seen such a large tattooed brown guy with tattoos everywhere and looking angry. And the head of German boxing come up and said, we want to see what you weigh. I said, well, I do too. Every time I jump on the scale back home, it says error. So it was, they threw me on the scale and I weighed 178 kilos. And that's when, everyone else was shocked at how fat I was. But I was just so happy because I just realized how much weight I'd lost,
Yeah.
So while everyone else was shocked, I was like, yes, I just lost 30 kilos. I was so happy. And that's where the brown butterbean was born. Dave, that's what you're going to do. We're going to roll you out before Joe Parker fights next. You're going to be the next circus act for Duco.
Good stuff.
Great.
Good stuff. So make sure you get a hold of that and have a listen because it sounds fantastic, fellas.
iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sounds good.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Tuesday show done and dusted. Mogey, your plans tonight, mate?
Not a hell of a lot, mate. I don't think. I'll go home. I'll put the kid to bed. Actually, I don't have to do a lot of tidying in the house.
Yeah, nice.
I'm finding that the nanny was doing a hell of a job.
Yeah. And
so
your wife being away, so no more mess anymore, you were saying off here.
Oh, my God, yeah, exactly. We've managed to get rid of that. That's one of the advantages. I don't know if I told you.
Where is
Pugs,
she?
but my wife's left me.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry, man.
God only knows, Pugs. So I won't have to do that. And then I'll probably watch the last episode of Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably go to bed.
Yeah, nice, mate. Nice. Pugs, Love Island?
I'm kind of sick of Love Island at the moment.
How can you be, man?
At this point.
TV.
I think I need a break. So I might watch something else, but also I got to do some present wrapping tonight. It's my lady's birthday tomorrow. So, yeah, do a bit of present wrapping, some balloon blowing, etc.
I bet you're a real good bastard with the old presents.
You're one of those kind of guys that buys his missus presents, are you?
Yeah, massive loser.
Good luck with that, Pugs. Good luck with that. Well, I'm going to go home and have a fish burger.
Go on then.
And watch a bit of TV. My wife and I will probably... We'll have our usual half an hour.
3 what? Hey, what?
3 and a quarter hour discussion about how crazy the world is at the moment.
Oh, will you?
Then we'll watch a bit more telly and then we'll go to bed.
Backbone.
No, Pugs, don't give me that.
Pugs,
come on.
Off my dog.
Well, go to bed and go to sleep, Pugs. All right, thanks very much. Hey, make sure you check out our podcast. Make sure you check out our Instagram account. Make sure you tune in, same time, same place tomorrow. Till then, see you later.